Call of Duty Ghosts 2 is a direct sequel to Call of Duty Ghosts, continuing the story of the elite Ghost unit in a world still recovering from the devastation of the Federation War. This sequel delves deeper into the themes of loyalty, vengeance, and the consequences of warfare. The Ghosts must face a new threat from within the remnants of the defeated Federation, which has now splintered into rogue factions with their own ambitions. The game opens up with a cinematic sequence recounting the events of the first game, particularly the shocking finale where Logan Walker was captured by Gabriel Rorke.
You're good. You'd have been a hell of a ghost. But that's not gonna happen. There ain't gonna be any ghosts. We're gonna destroy him together.
And subjected to intense psychological conditioning. We see flashes of Logan's memories being manipulated, his mind twisted to turn against his own team, and glimpses of his brutal training under Rorke. The prologue then cuts to a mission that is set 3 years later in the Colombian jungle. Logan, who has now been rescued by the Ghost, is still haunted by his ordeal and is leading a reconnaissance operation, and alongside him is his brother, David Hesh Walker, and several other Ghost operatives, including Keegan P. Russ and new recruit Jessica Ramirez. This mission is to investigate a suspected Federation remnant base. However, things quickly go wrong when the team is ambushed by enemy forces. Using advanced tactics and weaponry, Logan begins to experience disorienting flashbacks, hearing Rorke's voice, which nearly causes him to compromise the mission. The team barely escape with their lives, signaling that a new and powerful enemy has emerged. Now, before you ask, when Logan was rescued, Rorke was nowhere to be found. It seemed like he vanished into the shadows. The game officially begins with the Ghosts reeling from their near-fatal ambush in the Colombian jungle. Hesh, now the acting leader of the Ghosts, decides to regroup and investigate further. They gather intelligence and discover that a new faction known as La Sombra is responsible for the attack. The group is led by General Diego Almagro, a former high-ranking Federation officer believed to have been killed in 2015 by Elias Walker and the Ghosts. The Ghosts receive intel from Merrick, who is now their mission commander and usually is heard through communications for the duration of the game. Merrick informs a team on the ground that a high-ranking officer from La Sombra has been spotted in a cartel-controlled area in the Venezuelan jungle. The mission is to extract the officer alive for interrogation, and as the team infiltrates the cartel stronghold, they face heavy resistance and environmental challenges like mudslides and dense foliage. They manage to capture the target, but before they can extract him, they come under attack by La Sombra's elite forces, who use advanced drones and stealth tactics. The team barely escape with their prisoner. Now, back at a safe house in Brazil, the Ghosts interrogate their captive. Under pressure, he reveals that Almagro is planning a series of coordinated attacks on vital infrastructures across the Americas, aiming to destabilize the region and prepare for a larger takeover. Now, the prisoner hints at a powerful weapon known only as El Eclipse, but before he can give more details, an explosive device implanted in his body is remotely triggered, killing him instantly. The Ghosts are sent to Buenos Aires, Argentina, where La Sombra is suspected of conducting secret meetings with local warlords and mercenaries. This mission involves both urban and stealth combat, as the team navigates the ruined streets and underground sewers of a city still reeling from the Federation War. They discover a warehouse filled with weapon caches and propaganda materials. Hesh and Logan find documents pointing to a hidden base in the Andes, where Almagro is developing a new technology. But before they can leave, they are ambushed by La Sombra operatives. However, the team manages to extract the information that they needed. The Ghosts head to the Andes Mountains to locate the hidden base. The mission involves high-altitude infiltration, navigating through narrow passes, and enduring severe weather conditions. They face enemy patrols using experimental exoskeleton and advanced gear. Inside the base, they discover that Almagro has been reverse engineering old Federation technology and is close to perfecting a cloaking device for large-scale use. The team plants explosives but is forced to leave before they can destroy the entire base, encountering a new enemy type, a group of elite soldiers called Las Sombras, which is Diego Almagro's elite special forces.
Neptune, this is Merrick. We're inbound for a hot exfil.
Understood. We'll be in position in 45 seconds.
Vehicles coming from the right!
Back at the Ghost headquarters, Merrick receives a mysterious transmission with a scrambled voice claiming to be Rorke, who offers intel on Almagro's next move, but demands extraction from a remote prison camp in the Caribbean. Despite the risk of a trap, Hesh decides to investigate, believing that they need every advantage to stop Almagro. The mission involves a nighttime raid on the prison camp, where they fight through waves of guards and automated turrets.
Go. Room clear. Keep moving. We don't have much time.
Let's get that bug in place.
They find Rorke alive, but heavily guarded. Rorke is extracted, but not before revealing to Logan in a tense face-off that Almagro has plans to turn El Eclipse into a weapon capable of knocking out power grids across entire continents. Returning with Rorke provides divisive with the team. Logan is struggling with his internal conflict, feeling the pull of Rorke's conditioning. Meanwhile, Jessica begins to suspect that Rorke may be manipulating the entire team. Rorke gives the team a lead on a secret research facility in the Galapagos Islands, where Almagro scientists are supposedly perfecting El Eclipse. The Ghosts infiltrate the island facility under heavy surveillance and hostile terrain, using stealth to avoid detection by automated defenses. They uncover a hidden laboratory working on an EMP device, a critical component of El Eclipse. A major battle ensues as they try to extract the data. However, the facility is destroyed in a massive explosion. Team realize that they have been one step behind, as Almagro has already moved the completed weapon to a new location. After this, the Ghosts look within themselves and question how Almagro knew that they were coming. The Ghosts start suspecting a mole is within their ranks, and Merrick uncovers evidence that communications have been repeatedly intercepted, but they can't pinpoint who the mole is initially. Suspicion begins to mount around various members, and tensions within the group escalate. However, with the help of Jessica, Merrick uncovers an encrypted communications log that points to Keegan as the mole. The sergeant would be confronted by Hesh, Merrick, and Logan. Keegan initially denies it, but is eventually forced to admit the truth when evidence is stacked against him. Keegan explains that a few months back during a covert op, he was captured by soldiers associated with La Sombra. Keegan explains that he was subjected to psychological manipulation and torture. La Sombra had also discovered Keegan's family and was told that they would be killed if he did not help, and so in exchange for his family's safety, Keegan was forced into becoming an unwilling informant, feeding La Sombra crucial intel about the Ghost operations and their movements. Keegan's betrayal causes a rift within the team, especially with Hesh, who feels deeply betrayed by someone he considered a brother. Logan, who has been struggling with his own inner demons, sees a reflection of his own manipulation state in Keegan and tries to advocate for understanding. Merrick is less forgiving, seeing Keegan's actions as a clear betrayal, regardless of the circumstances. Despite his betrayal, Keegan's knowledge of La Sombra operation proves valuable. He offers to help the team turn the tables on La Sombra, providing insight into Almagro's plans and locations, but only if they give him a chance to redeem himself. The Ghosts, though conflicted, decide to use Keegan's information for a crucial mission, knowing that it may be their last chance to stop La Sombra and Diego Almagro. The Ghosts launch a desperate mission to intercept La Sombra forces that are preparing to deploy El Eclipse. They conduct a high-stakes assault on a convoy moving through a desert in Arizona. The battle includes vehicular combat, aerial support, and sabotage. During the fight, Logan begins to have another breakdown, hearing Rorke's voice, leading to a moment of hesitation that almost cost him the mission. However, Hesh intervenes and manages to save him, renewing their brotherly bond. With the final location of El Eclipse confirmed, a heavily fortified underground bunker complex in the Rocky Mountains, the Ghosts prepare for their most dangerous mission yet. The complex is guarded by Almagro's most loyal and fanatical troops, led by the elite Las Sombras. The Ghosts must fight through multiple layers of defenses, including drone swarms, heavily armed enemy units, and advanced countermeasures. During this final assault on Almagro's bunker, the team realized that the facility's defense system may be too strong to break through, and Merrick informs them that they can disable the defense defense systems from within. However, it's a one-way mission, as it will be heavily guarded. Initially, Hesh offers to go, but Keegan stops him and volunteers for the dangerous solo mission, proving his loyalty to the Ghosts one last time. During this mission, Keegan sacrifices himself to ensure the team's success. His sacrifice is a powerful moment that brings the team back together. And with the facility's defenses now down, the Ghosts push towards the heart of the bunker.
Keep moving!
More contacts! Structure at 10 o'clock!
The Ghosts reach the heart of the bunker and face Almagro himself. A dramatic firefight ensues, culminating in a tense confrontation between Logan, Hesh, and Almagro. During the final moments, Almagro reveals the twisted justification for his actions. He believes only by creating a new world order can humanity avoid the mistakes of the past. Logan, battling his inner demons, overcomes his conditioning and manages to shoot Almagro point blank in the head, preventing the launch of El Eclipse. However, just as they think it's over, Rorke reappears, having orchestrated Almagro's rise to distract the Ghosts and draw them out. Rorke triggers a self-destruct sequence, forcing the Ghosts to flee the collapsing bunker. The Ghosts barely escape the bunker as it collapses. Their victory feels hollow. Rorke has vanished, and his true motives remain a mystery. The game ends with the Ghosts receiving one final transmission, Rorke's voice taunting them that the shadows will always remain and that a new war has just begun. The screen fades to black, with the sound of a heartbeat signaling Logan's continued struggle with his inner darkness and the promise of one final confrontation with Rorke.